All right, hey, thank you, gentlemen. It's a big deal in the Big 12 as we welcome you to Salt Lake City. That's the scene at Iowa State. Things have cleared up for their path to a conference title game.
Just Joel Platt on the Peloton. Great coach.
And underway, Utah won the toss, deferred, as Iowa State will start on offense.
Just knows how to make a play when a play is needed.
Starting from the 25-yard line. He was third in the Big 12 coming in passing yards per game. Tied for sixth with 17 touchdown passes. And on first down, Rocco Becht throwing and completing up near the 30-yard line to Carson Hansen, who started in the backfield at running back. And this offensive line, they have had to adjust, and they've got a couple of veterans up there to pave the way.
Yeah, and we talked about Higgins and Null, the powerful wide receiver duo, but watch the tight end position. They got some injuries at tight end with Brahmer and Moore out. It's going to be Klotz and Burkle who have been picking up the load. He loves to use those multiple tight end sets.
Abu Sama now comes in at running back from the 29. Fake to him and batted away toward the line of scrimmage.
He's the guy that really jumps off the film. And the NFL scouts have been asking about him.
On a third down play, Becht from the pocket, well protected, but knocked away across the 30 would not have been enough for the first down. Carson Brown, sophomore, the redshirt sophomore.
Culture on that defense, you can see right there, not only diagnosing the route, but plastering all the wide receivers.
And the kick is away. Singer will take it inside the 10, get up around the 20, shoved back when he got near the 19-yard line.
I thought you were going to get the Singer dancing on that one. Starting to make some of those types of throws that you need to make from that quarterback position with that anticipation and perfect timing.
And throwing here, going deep down the middle of the field and hauled in at the 35-yard line. Jayden Higgins. McClain is beat up and not in the lineup, so he steps in and hauls in a long pass of 46 yards.
Well, you're absolutely right, partner. And Isaac Wilson, he finds the opening, and that post route not capped, meaning there's no safety up over the top of it, so he knew he could take a chance with his man Zipper, puts it in a great spot. To Singer really starting to get that deep ball.
Kai Bernard takes the handoff and gets inside the 30-yard line before being shoved back. Some shuffling at the guard spot.
Defensive side of the ball. He moves better than any tackle I've seen in a long time.
Bernard with a strong run and gets the first down around the 21-yard line.
Runs are going to get hit against Iowa State. It's going to be because they're not fitting right from that second level like they didn't right there.
Bernard remains the back. Senior from Long Beach, California. And he has a big hole, closes in a hurry as he gets down around the 15-yard line. Jeremiah Cooper, defensive back, making the stop. Mentioned this is the toughest team to score on in the Big 12, keeping their opponents to just under 19 points a game.
Yeah, and Matt Campbell talked about Bo Friedler, the safety, and, he says he just exemplifies everything that we are with this program. From a culture standpoint, he had some doctors examine the shoulder and said, hey, this thing's wearing down and you got 2 years left, and Friedler has really responded.
Wilson keeps this time. Mike Mitchellhead come into the backfield. Yeah, that Iowa State defense, only 12 sacks. They didn't have any sacks last week.
That they have on the year, just haven't had that game changer along that defensive front.
Bernard Mitchell both in the backfield, and it's Bernard, and he's not going to get the first down. Look at that swarm from the Cyclones being shoved back by 3 different players.
You have to flow with him, and that's exactly what Sadowsky and his crew did there.
So senior Cole Becker to try the field goal at 34 yards. The kick is up and through. Problem for the Utes getting touchdowns, but hey, good start. We'd have it during the game.
Oh, that was so great on Thursday night.
Browns and Steelers old school. Jalen Jackson will not have a chance on the touchback. Hansen in the backfield with Becht. In motion is Jalen Knoll, and Becht to throw. He's going to run instead. He's got room for the first down and a little bit more. Sliding just before the 40-yard line.
Yeah, this is what you get from an experienced quarterback like Rocco Becht. He's got that clock in his head. Said, okay, that guy's covered. You see him working through his progressions, and said, okay, I'm just going to have to take off here. Does a nice job with the slide at the end of it. Again, not a guy that's extremely fast, but he can certainly hurt you with his legs.
Has run it 71 times this year. Does have 5 touchdowns on the ground. Picked up 13. Set to throw. On the move. Sideline. Dangerous pass. And incomplete. Trying to get it to Jayden Higgins.
Yeah, and the true freshman, Cameron Calhoun, almost came up.
On 2nd and 10. Pass is caught by Knoll, and he goes to midfield. Jalen Knoll picks up another first down, came in 3rd in the Big 12 in receiving yards.
Yeah, and watch Abu Sama. He's going to make the block on Lander Barton on the outside, and that is what allows Rocco Becht to make that throw. Defensive line here for the Utes.
Sama carries and gets to the 47-yard line. After a 4-yard pickup, Sama nowhere to go this time. The Utes are all over it.
Boy, you're absolutely right, partner.
Corrine Reed, the senior, making the first part of that tackle. He's the best pure tackler on this team, and that says a lot. 3rd and 7. Quick pass. Not enough for the first down. Falling forward is Jalen Knoll. Back is not afraid to run it, but here Becht will throw, and wide open inside the 40. Hansen all the way down around the 20-yard line. Carson Hansen out of the backfield as they convert and add to it.
Well, you'd have to think that it's Lander Barton that's supposed to have the coverage on Carson Hansen. Just lets him go free. So many times those defensive players, they expect smash mouth football.
As Hansen carries. First-year offensive coordinator Taylor Mauser, who's been a part of the program for a while, but what a bright, young, energetic guy to talk to.
Leader of this offense.
After no gain, Becht plenty of time and deflected. He was trying to complete short across the middle. As for the Utes defense, trailing 3-0. Play clock is down to 2. The throw for the end zone. Leaping back towards it was Higgins, but he couldn't come up with it. It was close.
Good throw by Becht.
Kyle Conradi, the redshirt freshman from Dubuque, and deflected. There's a flag down. The kick is obviously not good.
And this may be some sort of leverage call. Defenders may have used leverage to get up over the offensive line to get in and make that block.
Our referee is David Alvarez.
Holding defense number 58. Half the distance to the goal and an automatic first down.
Well, that's the other way you try and get one of your guys free. We knew it doesn't get called a whole lot, but we know that those defensive linemen, they try and hold the offensive line so they can't get off and make blocks. You rarely see that, though, on a kick try where you get a holding.
Well, the fans here in Salt Lake don't like it.
Imagine that. Understandable.
But that's the call, and a fresh set of downs and a big call with a lot on the line for Iowa State. 1st and goal from inside the 10. The pitch. Sama turns the corner, run out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and goal. 6 carries for 46 yards through the course of the season, but they like him in short yardage. And what a hit! Abu Sama is the back.
Watch Knoll.
Becht's throw. Jayden Higgins. And that's good for a touchdown. He did hang on. You had traffic on a 3rd and goal.
Higgins just going to be a quick slant off of the right side. Becht makes the throw where you're supposed to make it. Low at the front of the goal line. And Higgins goes down, picks it up for 6.
On a key moment for Iowa State. Rarney for the extra point. Massive drive taking advantage of that penalty on the field goal try. And Isaac Wilson of the offense will come back out.
Gets a little bit awkward in the pocket. You just kind of have to get a feel for the way the defensive linemen move.
Yeah, coming off that game where he played through the flu. Set to throw. He's got some time. And the pressure coming. He's going to keep it wisely, get out of bounds up around the 30. Yeah, his mom had the scoop later telling people that he played through that last week, that flu virus.
Progressions and realized that he had to take off.
Bernard in and running back, takes the pitch, deep pitch, makes a cut move, but won't get to the 29-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down. And for Utah, need to get to the 35 for a 1st down. So Coach Whittingham has had a losing season more than a decade. Wilson fires. Short of the 1st down. Zipper was open, but it's going to force the punting unit. Not close enough unless they really do want to go for it.
They went drop 8. Didn't leave a lot of openings for Wilson.
Noel back to receive if he can. Calls for the fair catch. It's a kick that drops inside the 30 and rolls to about the 28-yard line. Cyclones leading by the score of 7-3. State and Utah 7-3 here with 1:46 remaining in this Big 12 matchup. And Iowa State, if you tuned in late, losses by Colorado and BYU and opened the pathway as Usama carries. And they pretty much
were in the conference, but he had the first win over both schools in the season in 2020.
Becht right on target to the 45 to Gabe Burkle. And that tight end has emerged. These two have, the last couple of games, he's from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and Prairie, and redshirt sophomore, and a couple of catches, actually 6 catches last week, had 3 coming into that game.
And they are deep at that position.
It's Jalen Jackson. He's turned on the corner and run out of bounds. Well, they're going to say he was tackled inbounds around the 40. They're going to spot him at the 43-yard line. He got the 1st down. And the first quarter is winding down.
Probably wouldn't have been very nice to him if it did.
On 1st down, the pass is almost intercepted.
The field, because the progression may have you going right to left, but the danger may be in an area where you can't see it.
Carson Hansen, he's got room around the corner and gets the 1st down inside the 30.
Morgan Scalley, the defensive coordinator from Utah, had a little bit of a blitz dialed up here, and here you can see Hufford getting on to the edge along with Tyler Miller. That's some good pullers.
Back to Keats. Here comes a flag. Rocco Becht, by the way, that touchdown pass in the first quarter, 15th straight game with a scoring pass that extends his school record. They pick up the flag, so there is no penalty.
Yeah, and 3rd fastest in the program to 5,000 yards behind Brock Purdy and Seneca Wallace. Some great names in the lore of Cyclone football. I just love the attitude that he plays with. We'll get back to that here in a second.
The pitch, it's Noel, and Jalen Noel some extra yards getting inside the 20 of Utah. Back on a 3rd and 2 after the timeout, the pitch to Hansen. Oh, he runs into his own man, but falls forward, spinning, and let's check the spot. I think they're going to give him, they're going to give him that move, and he gets the 1st down.
This reminds me of Gene Huey, my running back coach. 3rd year at Ohio State.
Touchdowns this year. Sama comes in. Good defense by Utah. Logan Fano.
Good genes in that family.
Football bloodlines. Busama the back. 12-minute mark before the half.
Oh.
And that pass is picked off. A takeaway by Lander Barton. And Barton is still moving. He's got some blockers. From behind, he's going to go all the way. It's a touchdown for the Utes. And Lander and Barton. 87 yards.
And he had an interception on the first play a week ago against Colorado. Up into the air, which causes that interception and leads to a touchdown.
And
little things count.
Yeah, and then the spectacular return was impressive. Working well in field goal range already. Now down 3 from their own 25. So much at stake for the Cyclones, and the Utes still want to try to be bowl eligible if they can finish their season as Sama carries with back-to-back wins. Screen as a receiver, empty backfield. Where's Higgins and Knoll? That's what the Utes are worried about. From the pocket, that pass, he had to get rid of it in a hurry because it was collapsing around him. He just Becht, sidearm to the 30. Can he get enough for the first down? And he does, getting up across the 36. Carson Brown.
Oh, quite literally now, this is how quarterbacks earn their money. What are you going to do on third down? What are you going to do? End of game situations, end of half in their own territory.
They've been a strong second half offensive team, the Cyclones. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout here.
On that previous third down, driving here.
And Jalen Jackson goes nowhere. As soon as he got the football, Logan Fano buried him.
And 2nd and 14.
And make the play. Pass, what a rifle throw. Off the fingertips and incomplete. Extra pressure picked up for a moment. He floats one down the sideline. And the catch is made. It is Jayden Higgins. Well thrown ball. Rocco Becht.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 81. 15-yard penalty enforced the end of the play and automatic.
So the call was on Connor O'Toole.
Yeah, we see Connor O'Toole coming off that right side of the offensive line. Yeah, just a couple of steps late. I mean, not a big hit there, but you're not supposed to have any contact after the quarterback releases the ball and you get a couple steps. But what about the placement on that throw from Rocco?
The give to Hansen. Squirms his way down to the 10-yard line. Yeah, for Higgins, he's on the Biletnikoff watch list.
And you pay him off, giving him some shots down the field.
Jalen Jackson has to cut back and pick up a few yards. Yeah, Jayden Higgins and Jalen Knoll, I mean, they could be the first duo in school history to each have 1,000 receiving yards or more in the same season. And I like that the coaching staff said that these guys are the opposite of the diva receivers.
Yeah.
3rd and 2. Pitch to Carson Hansen, and Hansen into the end zone for a Cyclone touchdown. An impressive bounce-back drive from Rocco Becht, and then Carson Hansen finishes it off with his 10th rushing touchdown of the year.
Boy, this is one that just looks exactly like they draw it up in the offensive meeting rooms. Get people leading up, but really uncharacteristic. The Utah defense just didn't see bodies around the football. It was like they didn't even need to block a lot of guys that up.
Conradi on for the extra point, and it's 4 points this year. Matt Campbell in his 9th season. He will turn 45 years of age a week from today.
That was pretty funny.
Touchback. So
with empty on first down.
Isaac Wilson looks one way and has all kinds of time with just the 3-man rush. And high throw, but completes across the 31-yard line before Dorian Singer got knocked back after your Ohio State days. Bernard. Over to the first down. Bring up a third down as it's Bernard who got knocked back. Another big stop. Utah fans here don't like the call. That's Onyedem on the stop. Got there first.
Well, Iowa State just dominating along that defensive front thing up, and they didn't expect or respect Wilson's ability to run at all.
Backing up is Knoll, and he loses the football. It's a muffed punt. The scramble, and still scrambling. And Utah has it.
Well, this is just a case of letting that ball get into your shoulder pads. Knoll, a great wide receiver. Sometimes back in those punts, you let that thing get into your shoulder pads, it can just bounce right off. You can see hitting right off the shoulder pads. And not able to get back on top of that thing.
Trying to see, we know that Utah has it. JT Greek.
The long snapper got it. That's some hustle right there.
A lot more. So Utah down 4, gets the ball back. And Wilson dumps it off at the 20. Good tackle there. Making sure Zachary Williams, the freshman from Carson, California, is a rising talent. Done that during the 5-minute mark before the half. And can Wilson find anybody? He's got all night. He's going to try to keep it himself. And brought down at the 26-yard line. Sadowsky tracked him. Back Wilson, drafted by the Jets, and now part of the Broncos, would have gotten rid of that. Here he's going to dump it off. And Bernard thrown down right away by Dominique Orange. Last week, best game of his career, and he makes a big play here. Field goal of 47 yards to cut into the lead. The kick is up there. It's out and through. And their skid and maybe become bowl eligible and avoid a losing season, something they haven't had more than a decade. But the Cyclones, with the loss of Colorado earlier and BYU in the Big 12, big opportunity as they control their own path toward the title game and maybe a lot more. The Big 12 is up for grabs. Touchback. So each team with a turnover or takeaway, the interception return, make that 2, I should say, for Utah.
Iowa State can settle down, drive down and get some points.
Rocco Becht floating one deep. He's got him, and the catch is made. Higgins again, waiting for that one. Had he been led, he might have been able to take off for the end zone.
And Zamaya Vaughn playing the off coverage here. It's that little head fake to the inside, and Vaughn just stumbles as he tries to flip those hips like that. You know, you've got him wide open. The last thing you want to do is overthrow him.
39-yard gain. Utes play that man-to-man, and Iowa State thinks they can take advantage as Jackson carries. It's near the 30-yard line of the Utes.
Iowa State really winning at the line of scrimmage today.
After a 5-yard pickup, Hansen, who had a touchdown run a moment ago, works his way inside the 25 for a first down. 1 points a game, 4th most in school history. Hansen to around the 20-yard line. Now they want to try to chew up the clock, do the Cyclones, and get something, because Utah, with all 3 of their timeouts, is set to receive the ball. 3 catches for over 80 yards. Here's Sama inside the 17-yard line.
Yeah, that's kind of that no man's land where you don't want to give them any more time to figure things out, though, as a defense.
Pass for the end zone. Incomplete. It was Gabe Burkle, who you'd be
Your cassette case.
You'd be older ace. The kick attempt is good. Conradi makes it a 4-point advantage. 17-13 Cyclones. You're a Sigma guy. You're so cool.
So skibbity.
As the kids say. What a game going on here. The Utes hanging in there. Bernard will bring it. And Bernard, up across the 30-yard line. Got the big arm. That's one of the things, very athletic, that they were complimentary of. Nice strong arm. Instead, keeping it on the ground, Bernard. Across the 35. Here comes a flag. Relatively penalty-free game. Had a lot of opportunities. Isaac Wilson.
Holding offense, number 68, 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
And Crump, the center. The holding call will push them back inside.
Full-on tackle there against Zamir Hawk in half, coming out.
Utah has protected the ball. Isaac Wilson, 5 out of 5 so far in the game. But this looks like Utah is just content here to take it to the half. And Bill Emmanuel Acho and Coach Chris Peterson. One-score game, and I'll ask you as soon as we kick off here, Robert, what the Utes have to do on offense, not only in this drive, but in the second half to try and stage the upset.
Well, when we spoke to Utah offensive coordinator Mike Bajakian, the first thing that he said to us, what's priority number one this week? Get the ball out of Isaac Wilson's hands. Short throws as a way to get the run game going.
And Bernard can't get going as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line by Jeremiah Cooper. Rain a little bit later after the game wraps up. Nowhere to go. Smothered. Bernard came in averaging 5 a carry. Jack Sadowsky led the charge.
They've got to get the ball to the edges. Get the ball to the perimeter. Quick throws, short throws, something to get outside, but now you're in a tough situation on third and long.
And Isaac Wilson with all kinds of time dumps it off short. That's Bernard tackled right away. That's not going to be nearly enough for a first down. Miles Purchase, the senior from Denver, Colorado, coming up. Cherry Creek, actually, his area.
Of the run game, throws to the outside.
Jalen Knoll on the receiving end.
See what that 12-team playoff is going to look like.
And that Ohio State win over Indiana, absolutely impressive. Knoll makes the catch. Winning personality is how he was described at Iowa State quarterback position. On second down, 8. Rocco Becht to throw, has to unload it early, and what an adjustment on the throw. Jayden Higgins, who's already made a couple of spectacular catches, may have just made another one. We'll check the feet.
Yeah, and Zamiah Vaughn in the coverage again, but what I love by Rocco Becht, he does not panic with the pressure in his face. Kind of throws an air ball up there, and it looks like Higgins controls this thing, gains control, keeps it all the way to the ground.
Quick snap, it's history now. Jackson brought down right away, may lose yardage, yes.
Cornerback for me.
After a 2-yard loss, next pass is complete, and the tackle eventually made around the 41 on Sama.
Producing some extra yards out of those.
Chance for the Utes on defense. Third down, 6. Becht from the pocket, open. He's got the first down, and falling at the 32-yard line is Jayden Higgins, having quite a day.
Well, the clock could have been an hourglass in this one with the protection. Just all kinds of time for Becht, and Higgins knows what it takes. A lot of separation from those defenders, make a nice, easy target for your QB.
Higgins is over 100 yards receiving today. You know, this Utah defense, with the record that they've had.
At the line of scrimmage, but Iowa State win that battle on both sides today.
A solid game from that man. Firing, Rocco just plays it smart. Suffered that interception.
Look to fight another down with this third down.
Utah, one of the better teams on third down when it comes to converting against them coming into this game, just 24%. But Iowa State, as the blitz is on, incomplete. Responds that way. And it's 4th and 6.
Miss is behind his receivers.
Conradi from 46 away, and no good. Off the mark.
To the edge, allow your playmakers to make some plays.
And off to Mike Mitchell. The ball's out. And Utah has it. Make that Iowa State. Jack Sadowsky has it on the takeaway. The first one of the game for Iowa State.
And Isaac Wilson just gets a little bit sloppy with the mesh here. And with the mesh with the running back, he goes to fake and then pull that thing out. But you have to have a tighter grip on that ball. You understand that the running back's going to be moving forward there. He hits the elbow, the ball gets knocked out.
And that could be the knockout punch. As Jalen Jackson is brought down right away. Just took the ball away on a fumble. And the catch made inside the 10 by Higgins. What a game he's having.
From Taylor Mauser, creating space for Higgins. And the true freshman, Cameron Calhoun, just way too much of a cushion. Obviously, offensive line has been playing great.
Hansen can't go any further than check that forward progress around the 10-yard line. That in Iowa State history. At the receiver spot. Rolling. Rocco Becht gets rid of that. A safe move. Couldn't find anybody on the rollout. Now, given your field goal kicker just missed here, do you maybe play this a little differently on a third down that you might go on fourth?
This was a pretty short kick. I don't think you're concerned about him missing from in here.
Pass for the end zone, knocked away, and here comes a flag.
Pass interference, defense number 4. Found the curve in the end zone. Ball in place at 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Gone against Utah.
Well, they have certainly been going after the true freshman out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Calhoun, and ball just hits him right in the back. Tight coverage. He gets pulled a little bit by Higgins there, but I don't like that one. I agree with the fans.
Pitched ahead. There's Mr. End Zone, but not this time. Carson Hansen already has a touchdown run in this game.
Watch Jalen Null in that slot position on the right.
Tossing for the end zone. Turns, had it in his hands, but couldn't hold it. Higgins with Calhoun on the coverage. It's out. 2 receivers bottom of the screen. The pitch is a turnover, and coming away, Jonathan Hall. They're going to say there was a timeout before the snap. Let's see if that's. Are you kidding me?
Starting snap. Timeout. State, the first of the half.
In time.
Yeah, you can see him coming out here on the field, motioning to the official, but more importantly, we can hear the whistle as well.
Becht driving, pushing, shot backward at the goal line. Is that Fano who may have been called for the face mask? Matt Campbell says, let's go.
No. Man-to-man on the right. All kinds of space being on this left hash. Oh, Campbell's calling another timeout.
Create a gap.
Got that triple I formation.
Who's going to get the football? Straight ahead, powering is Becht.
Brotherly.
And in for the touchdown. Carson Hansen was part of that. And it took him a 4th down try. But now a 10-point lead, and with an extra point, it'll be 11.
Now, we've seen this so many times with the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts. You get Steve Klotz and Gabe Burkle, the big tight ends, with a little push to the back of Rocco.
Don't you think
get him in?
Teams should have their own nickname for that when they do it, right? What do you give the Cyclones? You want to call it or Iowa State?
You're killing me. Because I couldn't do the improv that fast. That's your deal. You always tell me I'm the one that tells the jokes, and then you force it on me.
Well, it wasn't a joke. It was just an observation. I think when something like that is effective, 12 title game with a lot of scenarios. Meanwhile, Utah can no longer be patient, given what we've seen from their offense so far. Utah 64 yards on their first drive, just 8-6. The pass is caught short of the 30 and dropped right away. Zachary Williams on the receiving end.
Some of those now screens, get the ball in your playmaker's hands on the perimeter.
And the Iowa State defense clamping down on Mekhi Bernard. Is 5 with a fumble. And 0 for 5 on third down.
And you're off schedule again. You just lose yardage or very short yardage on second down. Now third and long.
Time, open, and he held on at the 45. A good throw to Landon King, the junior tight end.
You kind of put your body in some positions that it's not used to.
But to the game, a big completion. Wilson of 18 yards, threatening blitz. And Wilson steps up. He better take off and run as he crosses midfield and is brought down there. Didn't have time to really set up to throw downfield. And looks like Wilson reached for his knee when he went down. Last thing they need.
Oh. Yeah, hard to tell. Lower leg on that left leg just kind of gets caught underneath. Can't tell if that's a knee or an ankle.
Senior from San Mateo, California, has come in at quarterback. And Bernard with a yard or two before being shoved backward. At Colorado. Bottari with time, floats one. The coverage pretty good on a little bit downfield and incomplete. Jack Bomeister will move it away. And letting it go. Excellent special teams inside the 5, where the Utes doubted and hope to put pressure on the Iowa State offense.
Snaps, both offense and defense.
And getting it done on both sides of the ball as Hansen runs it out to the 9. Yeah, I'd throw in Cam Ward, had a couple of touchdowns today.
Yards today, plus 7 tackles defensively for a cornerback.
It's like the Shohei Ohtani of college football as Carson Hansen.
A lot of space now, taking on an ISO type block from a fullback tight end.
A quick pass. And up across the 26-yard line is Higgins.
They want 2, sometimes 3 tight ends on the field. They want to be physical.
Hansen. And cut down right away. It took a couple of Utes to get to him. Jonathan Hall leading the way. Those of loved ones who are no longer with us. As we start the fourth quarter, Rocco Becht pass is incomplete, and the families.
Utah defense now to rise up, third and long.
And play off the emotion of the crowd here in Salt Lake. On the move. And incomplete. So the defense does respond. Let's win this game and send these guys out. There's a special teams play and a block punt. And the Utes, if they're on it, it's a touchdown. And it is! Complete. He's got it, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Of course.
Holding. Defense. The penalty decline.
Block punt. He was the Ute who came flying through, and then David Washington recovering, scrambling the end zone. And that got him the touchdown as Jalen Jackson is smothered. Another big special teams play.
Has an opportunity to rise up against this Cyclone offense.
Pinning him inside the 15. Becht on the move. And a good throw on the run to Jalen Noel. Boy, you know, Kyle Whittingham, he's won more games than any other coach in Utah history. It's more from his defense. The pass is overthrown.
Yeah, flag.
Yeah, Higgins signaled right away at the 41. Working against Cameron Calhoun.
Calhoun again, and looked like he got beat by a step.
Defense, number 4, 50-yard penalty, and automatic. First down.
And he's going to be on the coverage against Higgins all day long. And he's got that right shoulder, and you can see him grab the jersey there. They're going to call that all day long. Whenever that jersey gets pulled, you got to make that call.
Another big penalty against Utah. 5 against the Utes, none against Iowa State. Straight ahead, some tough yards for Jalen Jackson. It's been a combination at that running back position.
Real daylight in the middle, so I'm going to go ahead and get that nice big chunk on first down.
He picked up 5. High snap is handled. Here comes Jackson, brought down right away. Rene Reed is
you, and what they are is physical and intense for entire games.
Becht on 3rd and 5. Batted away. It's a 3rd one in this game, and it's 4th down. Tafuna, one of the captains up front on that defense. The punt safely away and brought down at the 9. Dorian Singer.
The rebuilding efforts in Lahaina, Hawaii.
Hand off to Bernard after that 50-yard punt to the 10-yard line. And a third of the players on this Utah team are Polynesian.
Yeah, they had guys like Troy Polamalu, and they kind of get these camps for kids, and they're just all inspired from all these areas.
And Bernard with a first down. Mekhi Bernard on the handoff from Bottari.
Opens up.
Bottari to throw. Open at the 30. He has it. It's Bernard who leaps forward and should be good enough for the first down, and it is.
Defensive coordinator, you got a quarterback that haven't been getting a lot of reps during the week. You got to go simple.
Zachary Williams carries just short of the 40-yard line.
Numbers, but Utah leads all of those.
And Bernard, this time the Cyclones keep him from getting the first down. He's going to be short, be 3rd down and short. And the seniors on this group, Cyclones with a lot on the line, and under 9 minutes to go. Bottari is taken off. Down the sideline is Luke Bottari and out of bounds. Inside the 20 of Iowa State.
Well, we saw earlier in the game, Isaac Wilson, the defense of Iowa State, did not respect his legs on the zone read. And I was wondering if we're going to see what kind of running Bottari could do. Sure enough, Iowa State plays running back heavy, leave Bottari on the outside. What a huge gain and what a change in momentum.
Today it's a crazy night, a run of 40 yards. Mitchell carries, brought down right away. In field goal range.
Works better.
But he is an experienced quarterback at that position, and here he goes again to the end zone, bouncing his way to the goal line and just short. And stands on 1st and goal. Squirming is Bottari, but don't see a signal yet. Boy, you know, his numbers through high school.
A wildcat.
Bernard for the direct snap. And Bernard is in for the touchdown for the Utes. And they have a 4th quarter lead. The senior celebrating his night, last home game here, as the extra point is good. Wow.
Here in the last 2 weeks of the season, loving it though, man. What a comeback they've had in this game, but here an opportunity. Just, you gotta love it, man.
Anthony Becht looking on, the father of Rocco, who's going to keep, and Rocco Becht with a big run, doesn't quite get the first down, but keeps Iowa State moving within a couple of yards of a first down.
It's trailing. It's what you dream about when you're a kid, if you're going to play quarterback.
Carson Hansen, look at that toughness. Shoved back when he got near the 35-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark him a little bit short for that safety spot. Lunging forward, is Rocco Becht. Easy over there. You okay?
Yeah, he didn't take the low route. He went high on that one.
Of the year. And having a good sophomore season. Came in third in the Big 12 in passing yards. And completes a big one across midfield to Jalen Knoll. This is where Higgins and Knoll, who've been outstanding all night, need to come up big.
Absolutely. This is always the case. Your biggest players need to make plays at the biggest moments. And Utah playing those guys a little bit loose.
Pass is almost intercepted. Mistake that Rocco Becht made in the first half. And complete inside the 40 is Higgins.
By Anthony Becht. Catch and throw, hit Higgins in stride. Opportunity for the run after the catch.
Pass is caught. Steve Potts from the tight end position, but it's got to be a touchdown drive for Iowa State. Pass is caught. Inside the 30, short of the first down is Higgins again. Piling up yardage, his 9th catch of the game.
They're bringing in the big heavies. Left tackle James Neal, number.
Situation he's trying to crack here. Needs a couple of yards for a first. The pass, the play, inside the 5, and it works. Gabe Burkle on the receiving end. Carson Hansen took the pitch and completed it for a 1st and goal, Cyclones.
What a call by offensive coordinator Taylor Mauser, a new call-in partner. Gabe Burkle releases, acts like he's going to block on the outside, slips by the defender, and gets upfield untouched. Nobody home on the back end.
Coming off a 6-catch game, a clutch catch there. Driving toward the end zone is Hansen, and he's in for an Iowa State go-ahead touchdown. What a drive by Rocco Becht and this Cyclone offense.
Number 49, we talk about those injuries at tight end, but Klotz comes in that lead position. Watch that. Get that hat there, and then Hansen just getting that ball over the goal line. I love the way that he protects it, though, in that situation.
That tight end, the janitor of the offense, he cleaned up nicely there. And the extra point. Back up are the Cyclones by 3.
See that lead block, and wow. Vaughn comes in there, tries to make the hit, grabs the face mask a little bit. But Hansen would not be denied on that one. This game has gone with an opportunity here at the end, potentially to win or tie.
They've stayed in it with a number of created plays.
What a situation. Under 2 minutes to go.
Pass wide open underneath. Adrian Zipper short of the first down.
Mike Bajaki and the offensive coordinator talked about situational awareness that Isaac Wilson was still learning how to understand the situation here. Don't make any unnecessary risky plays.
Not putting enough pressure on the quarterback. And the pass is complete to Bernard, who's up near midfield. You know, that's been a problem for this Iowa State defense.
And something that we hadn't really seen from Utah offensively all day. Late outlet throws. We saw so many route combinations with deep routes, but nothing underneath as an escape valve.
Bottari. Throw towards the sideline. Got hit. It's okay. Knocked down around the 40. Kyle Whittingham hoping for something here. A little magic from Bottari, who has created something. He's got a receiver between defenders, but it sails out of bounds on senior night here. Here comes the flag.
Looks like it's going to be a free 5.
The crowd was on it. 42 seconds remain. 2 timeouts, Utah.
Offside. Number 47, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That's the first penalty in this game on Iowa State.
And a nice job of that offensive line sitting in there. Get that hand clap. Those guys hold their water. And they touch Hawk when he gets into the neutral zone, which triggers the penalty.
Bottari has time and completes inside the 35 of Iowa State. Zacharias Williams hauled that in. I mean, Luke Bottari, coming off the bench unexpected, has moved this offense rapidly.
He certainly has, and you have to think about what happens during the course of a week. You know, the quarterback who's getting the first team reps, and certainly Isaac Wilson would have been taking the bulk, if not all of those first team reps throughout the course of this week. But Bottari's just coming in there balling. Don't think, just play.
Pressure coming. He has to throw it early and gets rid of it. So if you're thinking field goal range, Cole Becker, his career long is 56. His long this year is 48. Still 2 timeouts for the Utes and 31 seconds to go.
So you're looking just a little over 50.
They might be talking about a grounding call here. Let's see. Flag came after a discussion. Receiver in the area, but that was well out of bounds. I think they're discussing that with Coach Whittingham.
Inside the pocket. So getting it past the line of scrimmage doesn't take it away.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 15. He was inside the tackle box, and he threw it to an area there was no receiver. Lost it down to spot down. Utah selected to use their second timeout of the half to avoid a 10-second runoff. Timeout Utah.
Wow, another catastrophic penalty against the Utes. They've had a few in this game because it also moves you back and you got to use a timeout. Okay, well, you're the expert, and thanks for clarifying. Bottari open at the 40. Ooh. And a missed tackle, but then brought down around the 36. It's Zipper again, a freshman.
Boy, this is right at the outer range. He's where Becker is.
Oh, his shoe kept on. I thought he was injured. He reached down for his ankle.
And drive the ball downfield that far.
Iowa State.
They're going to try and make this a shorter kick for him because you're looking probably at about 54, 55, and the career long is 56. What? He's just competitive on and off the field.
Right now, he's hoping for a kick, or at least to try for one to tie this game. Bottari. Incomplete. And now it is 4th down.
Oh, here you go. It's the opportunity. You at least wanted a chance for it, right? I'm surprised that they tried to get it downfield that way.
There's Rocco Becht. Probably doesn't want to look at this.
Well, it's just a tie at those.
Yeah, but it means you've got to play on when you get a miss. You're closer to that Big 12 title game and your 9th win of the season. For the tie, it is no good. And
what was that? Oh no! Somebody threw something on the stands.
Easy, you're so excited as college football brings out that level of excitement. What an effort from Utah. The underdog Utes will lose their 7th straight, and from 54 yards away, Cole Becker sails a little right on him.
A little right and a little short.
Iowa State survives. They needed to battle as teams on a Saturday full of upsets and a Saturday night full of shockers. The Cyclones will get their 9th regular season win, and that's never been done before. Have a chance for 10 wins, and that hasn't happened. And a chance again if they win their final game at home. And Matt Campbell would be in the Big 12 title game given some other circumstances with all that has happened. It wasn't easy going against the guy who's won more games, says 166 wins at Utah. For Kyle Whittingham. And Luke Bottari tried to rally the Utes, got him in position. But for the Cyclones, Iowa State in a Big 12 battle. Goes to the wire, and congrats to them.
Yeah, Matt Campbell.
That's the first time, by the way, 9th win regular season that they've been able to do that. That 4th time in program counts in bowl games.
Yeah, and he's just done such a tremendous job with that program. And one of the things that he said to us is you can't flinch on culture, right? They know they're not going to be getting a bunch of 4 and 5 stars, but he makes the best or makes the most out of those players.
Yeah, they said the theme for this Iowa State team, have a strong mentality. They needed that to rally against the Utes for the win. We'll have more from Salt Lake in a moment.